Welcome back to M.O.R.T.E.M. On today's episode, he was one of the most famous people on Earth. His music changed the industry. His performances became legendary. And in 2009, Michael Jackson was preparing for the biggest comeback of his career. But just weeks before taking the stage again, something happened behind closed doors that would shock the world. This is the story of Michael Jackson's final 24 hours. Welcome to M.O.R.T.E.M. By 2009, Michael Jackson had spent years away from major touring. Despite being one of the most successful entertainers in history, his life had become increasingly private. A series of comeback concerts in London. What began as a handful of shows quickly expanded into dozens. Millions of dollars were at stake. Thousands of jobs depended on the tour. And for Michael Jackson, it was an opportunity to remind the world why he was called the King of Pop. But behind the scenes, there was a growing problem. He couldn't sleep. According to testimony later presented in court, Jackson had struggled with insomnia for years. Sleeping pills were no longer enough. He reportedly wanted something stronger, something that would guarantee sleep. That solution became propofol. Propofol is not a sleeping pill. It is a powerful anesthetic normally used in hospitals during surgery. Patients receiving it are usually monitored continuously. Yet prosecutors argued that propofol was being administered inside Jackson's rented mansion, far from the safeguards normally required. June 24, 2009. Jackson spent much of the day rehearsing. Witnesses later described him as energetic and engaged. After returning home, he prepared for another night, another attempt to sleep. Throughout the evening and early morning hours, various medications were reportedly administered. But Jackson remained awake, frustrated, exhausted, unable to rest. Then came the drug that prosecutors would later call the turning point: propofol. Shortly after the anesthetic was administered, something went wrong. Jackson stopped breathing. His physician, Conrad Murray, later stated that he attempted to help him. But investigators would later question multiple decisions made during those critical minutes. When emergency responders finally arrived, they found Jackson unresponsive. Paramedics immediately began life-saving efforts. He was rushed to a hospital. Doctors continued resuscitation attempts. But the situation was already critical. At 2:26 p.m. on June 25, 2009, Michael Jackson was pronounced dead. He was 50 years old. Crowds appeared outside Jackson's home. Within hours, the story dominated global headlines. For millions, it felt impossible. Michael Jackson was gone. The autopsy produced a critical finding. Jackson had died from acute propofol intoxication combined with other sedatives. The death was officially ruled a homicide. Attention quickly focused on Dr. Conrad Murray. Prosecutors argued that Murray had administered propofol outside a proper medical environment and failed to provide the safeguards required when using such a powerful anesthetic. The trial attracted worldwide attention. Medical experts testified. Jurors heard details of the final night. The defense argued that Jackson's own actions contributed to what happened. After weeks in the court, the jury reached a verdict. Conrad Murray was found guilty of involuntary manslaughter. Years later, new generations continue discovering his work. And June 25, 2009 remains one of the most shocking days in entertainment history. Not because a superstar died, but because the circumstances surrounding that death revealed how fragile even the most famous lives can be. M.O.R.T.E.M. breakdown. Motive. No evidence suggested an intent to kill. The case centered on reckless medical decisions and negligence rather than deliberate murder. Operations. Multiple sedatives were administered before propofol was used in a private residence without hospital-level safeguards. The death triggered a global investigation and became one of the most widely reported celebrity cases in history. Terror impact. The case exposed the dangers of improper medical treatment and shocked millions of fans worldwide. Execution style. Death resulted from acute propofol intoxication combined with other sedative medications. Mindset. Investigators concluded that accepted medical standards were repeatedly ignored in an attempt to solve chronic insomnia. Michael Jackson spent a lifetime performing in front of the world. But the final chapter of his story unfolded behind closed doors, where a series of decisions led to a tragedy that stunned millions. Don't forget to stay aware and stay informed.